अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, क्या हाल है आप सबका। उम्मीद करता हूँ खैरियत से होंगे। आज आपकी खिदमत में एक नई वीडियो के साथ हाजिर हुआ हूँ। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है 60 सेफ्टी ऑफिसर जॉब इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर पार्ट 2। इससे पहले मैंने जो वीडियो बनाई थी उसमें 60 ऐसे सवाल और जवाब थे जो आपसे इंटरव्यू में पूछे जा सकते हैं सेफ्टी रिलेटेड जॉब्स में, जिसमें गल्फ़ या आपकी अपनी कंट्री जो है वहाँ पे। उसके अलावा जो है वो वीडियो काफ़ी लंबी हो जानी थी, इसलिए मैंने एक ही में नहीं बनाई, मैंने पार्ट्स में बनाने का सोचा है। तो आज इसका पार्ट 2 आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर कर रहा हूँ। तो चलिए। सो आवर फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज़ हु मेक्स एन एक्सीडेंट रिपोर्ट? कंसर्न्ड एरिया सुपरवाइजर और साइट सेफ्टी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स? Who makes an accident investigation report? A team of frontline supervisor, HSE manager, subcontractor representatives. What is waste management? Waste management means safely disposing the byproduct of a process or a work to the environment after the proper treatment if necessary, so that no threat for living properties and environment exist. In what condition a work permit can be issued for radiography? The controlled area is calculated, evacuated and barricaded with yellow black tapes, warning signs, a minimum of 4 number and red or yellow flashlights. What are the measures to be taken while doing radiography? Ensure competent person is serving outside the barricaded areas with survey meters. The crews are observing and following the safety precautions. The controlled areas is calculated, evacuated and barricaded with yellow black warning signs, a minimum of 4 numbers and red or yellow flashlights. What is Jiger meter? It is an instrument used to measure the radiation dose, radiation survey meter. What is the use of film badge? The badge is worn by the personnel who are exposed to radiation due to their nature of duty, and this is processed to calculate the received radiation dose of a person during the period, normally 1 month of exposure. What is a decay chart? It is a chart that is showing the change in the radiography of an isotope by losing mass by decay in certain period at regular interval of time. Who is an authorized exposed person? He is the one who got formal training in the use of shield source and X-ray equipment used in industry or. What are the requirements of a man basket? It should be designed and fabricated according to standards, have third-party certificates, 2 guided ropes, damage-free lifting gears. The load-bearing capacity should be written on man basket shackles with quarter pin only to be used. How slings are inspected? All slings must be inspected before every use, and periodically it should be inspected thoroughly and shall be rejected if found 1/3 of the original outside the diameter of outside individual wires, surface corrosions, distortion, linking, crushing, bird caging, broken wires. How many types of cranes? Mobile crane, crawler crane, tower crane, overhead crane. Parts of crane: boom, sling, shackle, flying jeep, outriggers, main host, auxiliary host, pulley, web slings, LMI, load movement indicator. What are the requirements of a crane lifting? Crane positions on firm and level ground with wood pads and steel plates. Outriggers are fully extended. Tires are off the ground. Certified operator and riggers are available for safe load indicator is working and checklist filled by competent persons. What is a work radius? It is the maximum distance where a certain activities for lifting or rigging jobs in progress. What is SWL? Safe workload is the maximum load that can apply to the lifting tool safely. What is a lifting plan? It is a document prepared for planning a critical lift by calculating and considering all factors which is going to affect the lift, and thereby selecting the correct tools and cranes and ensure the safe lifting procedure to be followed for the particular lift which is used for lifting, and what the safe factor is, where the load is lifted, where it is fitted, size and SWL of each lifting tool used, GSA and load chart are attached with it. What is manual handling? The process of lifting, carrying and stacking material by men is called manual handling. Do you know what is earthing? Earthlink means connecting the natural points of the supply system to the general mass of the earth by line. What is excavation? A man-made cut, cavity, trench or depression formed by earth's removal. What is the responsibility of fire watcher? Fire watcher is the person designed to identify and eliminate fire hazards, alert and extinguish fire in case of any outbreak of fire, and to protect the person and properties from a fire. He is the man reached first in case of fire by keeping a close watch on such hazardous areas. What are the details in scaffolding tag? Following details are in scaffolding tag: location, maximum loading capacity, date erected and date inspected with foreman's name and signature. What are the classes of fire and what types of fire extinguishers are used for them? Ordinary combustible materials, for example wood, cloth, paper, rubber. Example wood, extinguisher, water, DCP, foam, CO2. Class B, combustible liquids and gases. Examples are gasoline, diesel, oil, grease, oil-based paint, tar. Extinguishers are CO2, foam, DCP. Class C, energized electrical equipment. Extinguishers are DCP, carbon dioxide. Class D, combustible metal. Example magnesium, potassium, zinc, calcium, titanium. Extinguisher is DCP. Class E is electrical fire. Class C is already done. So we are moving towards next question. What is the maximum distance between two adjacent axes in a long excavation? A ladder must be present within 25 feet of employee working in excavation. In open excavation, at least 30 meter on the perimeter if less than 1.2 meter deep, at every 7.5 meter on the perimeter if more than 1.2 meter deep. What is color coding system? The system followed to inspect and ensure the serviceability of tools, equipments. Periodically, normally it is monthly, like fire extinguishers, full body harness, lifting gears, electrical cords and power tools, etc. These things are inspected by competent person and are indicated by putting the color of particular month. This month is decided in advance and is being followed by all people at particular site. The item which are found defective or unserviceable will not be color coded and has to be removed from service. Explain what is confined space. An area which is small and enclosed, or an area where one entry and exit, or where a man cannot work comfortable in any location is called confined space. Explain what is the biggest hazard in construction and what can be done to remove it. Biggest hazard that applies to construction sites is that of collapse. This is avoided through proper and secure scaffolding at sensitive structural points. Tell me precautions are need to avoid accident in manhandling. Safe distance from the load. Sharp edge and burns are removed before lifting a material. PPEs such as safety gloves, safety shoes are to be used. If the weight is too heavy for one person to lift, then he has to seek the assistance. The pathway is not blocked by obstacles while carrying the load. The different actions, movement and forces necessary while carrying the load. Modify the task by using hooks and crowbars. Mechanical equipments like cranes shall be used. Modify the objects. Change the way things are used. Explain what are the hazards in chemical safety. Danger due to fire explosion. Tell me what are your main strengths as a HSE officer. I am a good manager, highly organized and possessed very good communication skills. Explain how to report an accident. Date and time, activity, what happened, person involved, what went wrong, causes, corrective action suggested, signatures, safety officer in charge or project manager. Explain what is safety program. Safety program can be defined as 5 methods by which accident can be prevented easily. They are engineering, education, enforcement, enthusiasm and examples. Safety program are plain spoken and carry out certain legal steps. Do you know what is safety policy? Any company has a social and legal obligation to provide a safe and healthy working environment to all of his improvements to all his employees. Do you know what are the duties of safety officer? Give toolbox talks, prepare monthly statistics, prepare the checklist, accident reports, management meetings, arrange the safety classes or trainings, arrange monthly safety bulletins, inspection of fire extinguisher, arrange first aid training classes, arrange safety competitions like quiz, slogans, posters, competition, exhibitions. Question: do you know how to investigate an incident or accident? Answer: injured person name, address, designation, age, exact place, and types of hazards, date, shift, time, to find out the causes, reasons, to take corrective actions, fact finding, not fault finding. What are the objectives of safety management? Take care of workers and staff in the event of accident, providing healthful environment and surroundings, welfare, continuous vigil and improvement. Explain me, what do you think is the number one priority of a health and safety officer? The question is designed to tell you, your interviewer, whether you and the company share the same priorities. There are two main ones. As long as you mention both of them, you should be fine to keep employees and any visitor safe and to protect the company from liability. Tell me, what is an incident? It is an event which represents deviation from the intended sequence of designed steps. Tell me, what is first aid? First aid is a temporary and immediate care given to the victim of an accident. Do you know what terms risk and safety? Safety is defined as the condition that is free from hazards, while risk is the realization of a potential loss or injury. Tell me how to control the petroleum hazards. Proper design, operation and maintenance, avoid leakages, steel pressure cylinder, vapor release is to be directed away from heat source, wear goggles and scuba sets. Explain right causes of accidents. Direct cause, unsafe act, unsafe condition. Indirect cause, lack of knowledge or skill, improper attitude, physical or mental deficiency. Explain what are the advantages of JSA, Job Safety Analysis. It helps to identify hazard and prevent accident. It helps to establish safe work method, working condition and suitable plant safety rules. It helps to assess the safety training. It helps to inspect the plant. Name of operation for JSA, description of the operation, hazards and precautions. Tell me, what is crane? A tall machine used for moving heavy objects by suspending them from a projecting arm with hook. Tell me, what is an accident? It is an unexpected or unplanned event which may or may not result in injury or damage or property loss. Explain what are 4Ps: procedure, rule, regulation, protective gears, PPE, promotional aspects, competitions, rewards, publicity, bulletin, posters. Tell me, what is hot work? Any work which involves spark, flame, temperature is called hot work. Tell us what control measures are necessary in confined space. Enter with airline breathing apparatus sets. Use 24-volt flame-proof hand lamps. A hole watch kept near main hole. Keep firefighting equipment ready. Gas tests to be done to check for oxygen level. Provide blowers. Don't smoke in confined space. Use ropes and harnesses. The space clean before entry. Use non-sparking tools if there is any risk of flammable vapors being present there. Explain causes of accident in manual handling: improper lifting, carrying too heavy loads, improper gripping, failure to use PPEs, lifting greasy, oily, and irregular objects, poor physique. Do you know what is safety? It is a condition which gives you freedom from hazard, risk, accident which may cause injury, damage, and loss to material or property damage and even death. Safety is defined as freedom from those conditions that can cause injury to persons, including death or damage to property or environment. What is tandem lifting? A lift in which two cranes are used for lifting is called tandem lift. When an excavation is considered as confined space, when it is more than 1.2 meter or when it is deeper than 1.2 meter, in which condition a scaffold cannot be erected, extreme weather, strong winds, rains or ice, ground not stable, safe clearance like minimum 10 feet can't be maintained with live wire, certified workers and supervisor are not available, permits are not available. What is the minimum overlapping of two adjacent planks in a platform? Not less than 12 inches. What is a guardrail system? A barrier consisting of top rail and mid rail, toe board, and vertical upright erected to prevent men and material falling from an elevated work area. What is a toe board? Barriers skewed along the sides of the end of the platform to guard falling of material, tools, and other objects. What is the minimum height of toe board? It should be 4 inches. What is the height of top rail from the platform? 38 inches to 45 meter. What are the requirements in placing an access ladder on scaffold? Provide access when scaffold platforms are more than 2 feet above or below point of access. When using ladders, bottom rungs must not be more than 24 inches high. Ladder to be at correct angle, that is feet out of every 4 feet in height. Ladders are to be tied at both sides, not by rungs. Make sure the ladder extends a safe distance, at least 90 cm above the landing stage. When the horizontal travel distance exceeds 15 meters, provide at least 2 accesses. If the platform is longer, access shall be provided at every 30 meters. The ladder should be free from damage and should be color coded. All access ladders must be tagged. In wet situation, air protection is needed in the areas where sound pollution is more than 85 decibels.